Just now we have seen your instruction set theory. All theoretically we have studied about your instruction set, what are the different types of instruction set, and you need to see some programming examples. So whenever if you try to do the programming, okay, then only you can able to come to know the what is the beautiness of this subject. Okay, you can understand, you can get more clarity on the how the microcontroller is developed, how the microcontroller is operated internally. Okay, so that's why my suggestion is do more, practice more programming examples so that you can able to understand this subject. Okay, once you know the how to program the microcontroller, then the theory, there is no need to study about the theory. You can just within a blink of an eye you can able to answer any question, okay, of related to your theory topics of your microcontroller microprocessor. So that's why programming is very very important. And also why we need to discuss about the programming, come on. So we are discussing about microprocessor and microcontroller. At the end of the day, the microprocessor and microcontroller are used to execute your programs. Okay, so that's why we need to see the program. So about your microprocessor microcontroller. Now we are going to see 8051 microcontroller general programming. There are different programming things are there. One is your timer programs, serial port programs, and general programming. Okay, now we'll see some simple programs in later classes. We are going to see some timer programs and the serial port interrupts, etc. Okay, now the question comes here. Write a program to add the two numbers 20 and 30. So there are two numbers which is 20 and 30, and the store the result in the memory location 25h. Okay, now you tell me what is that program. So you'll start with org. So I told you what is that org means, directive. So it will tell that the starting address of my main program is 08h. You can give any address, but please make sure that address is valid. Okay, why I have taken 08h? So if you understand the internal memory structure of your RAM, so up to 00 from 007h, this is nothing but your bank 0. I told you the bank 0 is the default bank, you cannot able to modify any contents. So that's why I have taken the next address, that is your 08h. Okay, so please make sure that the address is valid, otherwise it's no problem. But if you keep practicing, you can be able to know this. Okay, come to this example. I want to add two numbers which is 20 and 30. Now what is the first instruction? Move 20, sorry, r2 comma hash 20h. That means I am giving the data 20 into the r2. Why data? Because there is a hash. Okay, now what it will do, store the 20 value inside your r2 register. And the next one is 30, the another number 30, and I have taken 30 into a. Okay, now what I am doing, add a comma r2, which means I am adding these two numbers and the store the result inside your a register. I'm sure you know this, right? A is equals to a plus r2, and this is very very important. I told you one example for your three friends hotel. Okay, whenever if you want to add a two number, this 20 and 30, there may be a chance of getting some errors. Okay, so that's why you need, after addition you need to use daa. Okay, so this is nothing but decimal adjust accumulator. So please remember this point. Whenever if you are performing additions on decimal numbers, not hexadecimal numbers. Here the 20 and 30 are nothing but hexadecimal number. This is decimal numbers. What is hexadecimal numbers? Suppose there is a 3f, okay, and there is a like 3c. So if you want to perform this addition on these two numbers, you can perform the instruction with the help of add, but you cannot able to use daa for these two numbers. Why? Because this is not decimal numbers. If you take 20 and 30, these are nothing but your decimal numbers. So please remember this point. So okay, whenever you are performing operations on decimal numbers, you try to you need to use the daa instruction. So it is not applicable for your hexadecimal numbers. So that's why the name decimal adjust accumulator for the decimal operations only. Okay, now what is the last thing I need to do? So I am having the result in the a register. From that a register, I need to store that value inside one memory location. Where is that? What is that memory location? The question they have asked, which is nothing but your 25h. So what I am doing, move a 25h comma a, which means I am loading the value inside this memory location. Why it is memory location? Because there is no hash here. Suppose if there is a hash, okay, which is nothing but your data, but there is no hash, which means this is nothing but your address location. Now go to this address location. Where is this address location? 25h. Now store that value. What is that value in the a register? 50h. Why? Because 20 plus 30 is obviously 50, right? So it is actually 50. It is not 30, 50. Okay. So end. So end means this is the end of your program. See, simple, right? So this is your addition of your two numbers. Now, little bit tricky. Perform the addition operation on these two numbers and store the result inside your memory location, one memory location. What are these two numbers? 12 FFFH and 0001. What are these numbers? 16-bit numbers. 16-bit numbers. Now, can the microcontroller can perform operations on 16-bit numbers directly? No way, because it is 8-bit microcontroller. Now, what you need to do? You need to split that 16-bit number into two parts. Okay, you observe here. I have splitted that 16-bit number into two parts. Now, what you need to do? You need to perform the addition on the lower, I mean, first 8 bits of your numbers and the next 8 bits of your numbers. So this is hexadecimal representation. That's why I have taken 4 digits for to represent this number. And you perform the addition on these lower bytes and add that result to the next byte. If there is carry generated, okay, then the result will get 1300. Okay, now see, let's see with one example. The FFH, the lower bits, this is your green color. So all ones, FF means all ones, and 0000001. This is your nothing but 01. Now perform the addition, and while performing the addition, you see that 1 is 0. You know the rules, right? And you see here at this point, a carry is generated. Okay, this is nothing but your lower byte of your result. Actually, you will, if you are adding two 16-bit numbers, you will get the number in 16-bit, right? You cannot able to store the directly 16-bit number inside any register. Okay, that's why we are using 8-bit registers to store the one part of the result, another part of the result. Okay, now a carry is generated. See here, 1 carry is generated. Now the carry flag becomes 1. Okay, that carry flag you need to add to this result. Okay, so that's why you need to use some addition instruction, addition with carry. Okay, let's see with the program. So anyway, so we'll start with the 008H, any location, address location, no problem. Now see here, I have loaded a value FFH into the A register, 01 into your R2 register. Why? Because I am performing addition on these two numbers first. Okay, lower byte of your 16-bit number. Now perform the addition. Okay, now the A result will get 00. So whatever all the zeros is there, 8 zeros, that will be gets inside your A register. Now whatever the value present in the A register, we need to move into your R3. Why? Because whenever you are performing the addition arithmetic operation, the first operand should be A. So that's why the result is stored inside one register in order to reuse the A register. Okay, now what I am doing, I am loading this value inside 2 registers, 12F into A, 00 into R1. Now perform this addition. But here, if you observe, there is a add C. Why add C? Because a carry is generated at this position. Remember, so from the lower byte, it is generated to the higher byte. Okay, that's why you need to use the add with carry. So whenever if you don't use this instruction, simply you will get 1200F. Okay, you won't get the exact result, right? So that's why you need to use this add with carry instruction. Now both will be added. Okay, now you will get the result. Okay, and move that R3, which is nothing but your R3 consists of these 8 zeros. You will move into one side 2025 location, and the A register will consist of 13. Okay, which will be loaded inside your 0026 memory location. So I'm sure you understood, right? In question, they have asked to store the result in 0025. How you will store the 16-bit number into 8-bit location, right? That's why I have taken we need to take the another address location, which is your 0026H. Okay, now you got the result, right? The rule is the lower byte will store inside your least memory location, higher byte will store the higher memory location. Okay, this is a rule, you know, right? The next program is nothing but add the two numbers which is actually present inside your RAM locations inside your address 20H and 21H. Store the result inside your 25H and carry at 27H. So whenever you are performing some addition, there may be a chance of getting carry. That carry is stored to be separated and the result store should be separated. Okay, now see here in these two memory locations, I am having 35H and 25H. Okay, in 20 memory location 35 and 21 memory location, I'm having some value 25. Okay, now you need to write this program. So starting memory location, now what I am doing, initialize the carry with 00H. So 27H. So I want to store the value, I mean carry inside this memory location. Now whatever the carry previously, okay, it is there. So I have make that carry to 0. That's why I have taken 00H. Okay, now you need to do the addition on two numbers, which is 35 and 25, which is present inside your 20 memory location and 21st memory location. So you need to read these numbers. So how to read these numbers? Move a comma 20H, which means from 20 memory location you will get 35H, and next in this address location you can able to add these numbers. So A will consist of now 35, and directly perform operations on 35 and 25. So here I have not given 25. Instead of giving 25, I have given the address. So go to that address, get the value 25, perform this addition, you will get the value. Okay, so actually what is the value you will get? 5A, not 60. Actually 25 plus 35 is nothing but 60, but you will get 5A. So that is a problem with the decimal addition. That's why you need to use the DAA, which you will get 60 value. Okay, now it will check jump if no carry. So if the no carry is generated, so it will go to the skip. Skip means what it will do? Store the result inside this memory location. So they asked you to store the result at 25 memory location. Actually there should be a value 25 here, not 42. So it should be 25. Okay, in this memory location store the result as of your A register. Okay, but if the carry is generated, it won't execute this instruction. Okay, that means it will execute this instruction. What is it instruction means? Increment 27H. Earlier what is the value of the 27H? Earlier I have loaded 00. If the carry is generated, then increment this value, increment this memory location value. So if you increment, what will happen? Earlier the 00 becomes 1. That means I am storing the carry inside this memory location, right? So this is how we are going to write this program. Okay, so after incrementing this, I will get the carry if the carry is generated. So if the carry is not generated, just simply store the value inside your 25th memory location. So it is actually 25th memory location, not 42. Okay, in 25th memory location, store the result of your A, which is nothing but your 60H. Why I got 60? Because of this DAA. So whenever you are performing operations on 35 and 25, what you will get? 5A. Okay, so 5A it is not the actual result, but you have to get 60. Who will make it to 60? Because of this instruction DAA, decimal adjust accumulator, which will make this 5A to 60. Okay, now 60 will store inside your A register. The A register value will be stored inside this memory location, which is 25. Okay, so that is your program. The last program is just simple. So we will see this program in the next class. Okay, so this is your end of the session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.